Hello guys, welcome to another one. Section 7.4 Properties of Logarithms, Parte uno, Part 1, guys. We're going to have two parts. Be ready for it. Make sure your notebook, pen, pencil, calculator, that Desmos tab is out and open. You have a highlighter too. Artificial log. Do you get it? Because we're working with logs, guys. And then we have a natural log. Dun, dun, dun. Let's get to it. So, learning target. Students will learn how to use the properties of logarithms to expand. That means make bigger, and condense, make smaller. Here we go. We have some properties of logarithms. Please copy this down. Nice and neat. Everything that you'll see in this slide. Let b, m, and n be positive numbers, such that b cannot be uno. It cannot be one. So the first property we're going to deal with will be the product. Product, you should be thinking about multiplication. If you look here, the m and the n are being multiplied. So we have log base b of m times n. And when we expand it, when we make it bigger, this is going to become log base b of m plus log base b of n. All right, so notice that now in between the m and the n will be an addition sign. Another thing I want you to make note of is that the base of the logarithm stays the same. So if you started with a base of 2, I should see a base of 2 here and over here. Quotient property. When I say quotient, division should come into mind. That's why you see division, m divided by n. So this is read as log base b of m over n is equal to log base b of m minus log base b of n. So now when we expand this log base b of m divided by n, notice that again we take the same base with us, and now instead of division, now you're going to have subtraction. Okay, that's for quotient. Then we have the power property. So for the power, we have log base b of m to the n. Power is going to be equal to n times log base b of m. And the way I like to think of it is my little cutesy little flying exponent will move up to the front. Can't make an arrow. Well, there's an arrow. All right, so that's where we have the n. Okay, once more, notice that we kept the same base. All right, let's put these into practice now. Again, make sure you have all of this nice and neat and pretty. Product rule, you can copy that. We have a couple examples here. So what I have there, that's so you can refer to. Example 1, we have log base b of x times y. All right. If I notice the rule, this is technically the rule also up here. There is an addition sign between the m and the n. So when I break it up, I should have log base b of x, because that's what came first. And now we're going to have addition in between, log base b of y. And for that one, we are done. Let's try another one. Now we have log of 6. Okay, for the previous example, I saw that there was a base. Here, I don't see one. Do you remember what the base should be if you do not see one? Dun, dun, dun. Do you remember? I do. It should be a cute little 10. If you don't remember, include it, please. Now, we have the number 6. Yes, I don't see any multiplication going on. Think about what would give you 6. So another way you could write this would be log base 10 of 2 times 3. Would you agree? That would still give you 6? I think so. So now let's go ahead and apply the property. Now I should have log base 10 of 2 plus log base 10 of 3. Again, if you don't see a number here, it is understood that there is a 10. Otherwise, you'll see a different number. Let's do one more. Copy this one. Now we have log base 3 of 9b. The 9 is being multiplied to the b. Let's go ahead and expand it. When we expand it, again, we need to have the same base, which is 3. And notice that now we have the 9 here. Instead of multiplication, now it expands and we have addition in between. Log base 3 of b. I am done. Let's try some more of the other rules. Quotient rule. Again, you're going to start with division. When you expand it, the numerator, the top stuff, will come at the beginning, minus the denominator, minus the log of the denominator. So let's put this into practice. We have log base 5 of x over y. Again, the numerator has to come in the beginning, just like I have it over here. So you could pause here and try it yourself. At this point, I should see log base 5 of x minus log base 5 of y. The denominator goes at the end. I cannot stress that enough. Let's try another. We have log base 2 of a over 5. Again, we need to expand it, make it bigger. So this should be log base 2 of the numerator, which is a, minus log base 2 of 5. I am done with this one. All right, let's look at this one. This one's a little bit more involved. It has a little bit more stuff, okay? So for this one, what I would do is I would play with the numerator. I would work with the numerator, the top stuff, okay? If I see there, it's m times n. So what should come to mind? M times n. That's product. Those are the rules that we were, or the examples we were working on the previous slide. So then, when we have product, I should see addition somewhere. Just like you see there. So this right here, I showed you the whole thing. This right here is coming from the numerator. And then I told you at the very end should be the denominator. That's why we have a minus log base 2 of p. Okay, don't forget about that part either. We're done with that one. Let's continue. Now we have the power rule. Please refer to the one that I have up there. And let's do some. Copy this. Log base 5 of b to the second. Ton, ton, ton. Think about what I said earlier. You see that cutesy little exponent? It should come to the front. So when you expand it, it's now going to be 2 times log base 5 of b. I am done with that one. Let's try another. Copy this one. Log base 2 of 5 to the x. The exponent's the x. Once more, you want to bring the exponent to the front. So when we expand it, when we make it bigger, it should be x times log base 2 of 5. This one's a little bit more involved. It has more to deal with. Okay, so there are a couple things that's going on in here. I see multiplication, so product, and then I see the powers, the exponents, okay? I'm going to deal with the multiplication, the product part. So when we're dealing with multiplication or product, I should see addition sign right away. So that's what it looks like. That's going to be log base 7 of a to the third plus log base 7 of b to the fourth. If you leave it like that, you're wrong. You're not done. Now you want to deal with the exponent. Move it to the front. Move it to the front of each. So for us, it'll look like this. 3 times log base 7 of a plus 4 times log base 7 of b. All right. And we have one more. Can't just let you go. All right. Log base 2 of 7 x cubed over y. We have a couple things going on. We have product, multiplication up here. We have power because of that exponent. And we have division. It's being divided by y. So I'm going to split it up into 2 parts. There's different ways you could tackle this. All right. So right now I'm going to deal with the division part, with the quotient. And remember, when we're dealing with division, I should see a subtraction sign. All right. Now I'm going to deal with the product or the multiplication. So the multiplication. So in between those two, I should see addition. And finally, I'm going to deal with this exponent here that needs to move up to the front. And then my final answer should be log base 2 of 7 plus 3 times log base 2 of x minus log base 2 of y. And we are done. I will see you soon. All right.